All right. All right. Hi, Dr. Christine Carey. Thank you so much for being here today.
Hi, Jennifer. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Hi, Jennifer. Good to
Um,
see you. Thank you.
Good to see you. So today we're going to talk about food cravings and how to handle these urges when they come on, because we actually don't have to follow them. So we're going to get a little bit of control around them. And so the first thing I'd like to teach you is how to do havening techniques. It is a psychosensory tool that uses gentle touch using your hands to cause a chemical, electrical response in your brain so we can calm your nervous system. So we're going to pair that with a process called willingness to shift these cravings to put you back in control. Okay, does that sound all right?
Yes.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you how to do is havening. So you take your hands and put them on your shoulders and go down one direction towards your elbows, and then lift up and back on your shoulders. And that is arm havening. It's kind of like a gentle hug. The next one is palm havening, and you can just rub your hands together like that. And there's no exact way to do it. Whatever is comfortable. You can already kind of start to feel yourself relax there. And the last one is face havening. And if you don't feel like touching your face, that's fine. Not everybody does, but you can use your fingertips to go across your forehead and from your nose to your cheeks. These are all things we naturally do when we're nervous. We'll, palm at our face, together, like, oh, what should I do? So it's a very natural response. So having those tools ready, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to ask you to think of a time when you had a really strong craving that you just could not resist. And go ahead, and if you like, you can close your eyes and just feel into that moment where you're really wanting something. One part of you doesn't want to give in. Maybe you've just committed to a new way of eating and you're being presented with something that you just can't say no to, and you're just so disappointed with yourself and torn. And just remember those feelings, how it feels in your body, where you feel it in your body. And is it like heaviness, tightness? What are the sensations of the feelings? And then the last thing is think on a level of 1 to 10, how intense are these emotions and feelings? And once you have your number, you can go ahead and open your eyes and I'll know that you're ready to start. Okay, very good. All right, go ahead, clear your mind. And we're going to go ahead and start going like that. And you can move around to whatever is comfortable to you. And the first thing we're going to do is we are going to acknowledge the urge, because usually we're taught to like push it away, ignore it, pretend like it's not there, but it just makes it stronger. It just pulls harder. So the first thing we're going to do is we can say to ourselves, okay, I see you there. I'm really having this urge for whatever. You can say it out loud if you like, or just in your head.
Chocolate.
Right.
I was
Yeah,
thinking the same thing.
right? I see you. I see this urge for chocolate. I see you, right? And then we're going to say, but I'm just going to let you be. I don't have to act on it, right? I'm going to acknowledge you and I'm just going to let you be. All right? Like, oh, we're going to let it stay there. We're not going to try to push it away. All right. So we're just going to make space for it. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get curious about it. What is the reason for this urge? Is there something else going on? Are you feeling frustrated and stuck in that moment? Maybe it's a social event and like we were feeling insecure and it's like, oh, I'm going to go eat this chocolate and get myself grounded. What are the emotions that you're really needing to be taken care of? And so if you reflect on that, do you kind of see what the root cause is of the urge? And just allow that to be felt. Okay. And so then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to engage our senses. So when we get into this part of our brain that really doesn't have a lot of confidence in us, the negative part, it's very logical and harsh. We're now going to try to switch to the creative part of our brain. And when we go there, we can't be negative and grumpy with ourselves at the same time. And so when we engage our senses, that engages the creative part. So we can think of like a smell of something that we really like. I mean, maybe if you have something that's fragrant near you, you can lean over and like sniff some flowers or some essential oils. You can really pay attention to how the touch feels. It's like, okay, it feels one way on my hands. When I do it on my top, it has a different texture. We can really engage our senses here and just have a moment of distraction, right? That switches our brain over. And then the last thing we're going to do is make a conscious choice. Now let's go back to that feeling of really wanting that chocolate. How's it feeling right now? Not
Maybe.
Feel
I
good.
still-
I don't need it.
Yeah,
Good.
can take it or leave, right? Okay, so you can shake your arms out, take a big breath. And then what would your number be now compared to like your first number versus your second one? What was yours, Dr. Christine, when you started versus now?
It was a 7, and now it's
Mhm.
3.
3, that's great. That's great. Yeah, how about you, Gary?
I was an 8, and I would say, 4 maybe.
Beautiful, fantastic. Yeah, that's a great switch. And so what you can do if you're still not 100% comfortable that you can walk away from it, you can go ahead and do this havening touch, and you could sing your favorite song. You can count backwards by 3s. You can just do a little more distractions and see if you notice that number going down more. And then go from there. And if you do decide to eat it, then it's a conscious choice. And I'm guessing there's going to be a lot more control around it. It won't be the devouring that happens when we're stressed, right? It might be like, oh, I'm going to sit and just enjoy it and not do anything else. And that's fine too. We're allowed to have it. But it's having choice is the key. Yeah. Do either of you have any questions or comments?
I think that's amazing, and I can feel the difference, and it's just distracting your mind off of that for a moment to, kind of bring you back to where you want to be, right, and what you want to think, and that craving just goes away because you distracted your mind from it, and then it makes it easier to be like, oh, okay, I don't need that now. I'm fine,
Yeah. Yeah. Fantastic.
And I think with that havening touch, you're giving people a tool that when the craving hits, they know, yeah, it's okay. We all have cravings sometimes, but you have a choice. You can have your chocolate, or you can just use that tool, that little havening distraction, and it lasts for 30 seconds and a minute. The craving is gone, and then you still have a choice.
Right.
You still want the chocolate, you can have it, but maybe you won't gobble down the whole bar at once.
Yeah. Yeah. And that
I
would be
could totally
preferred.
feel the difference with the havening too. I felt it right away. I felt the connection. So it just took my thoughts totally away from the chocolate, right? It was gone. I didn't even think about it anymore. I'm more focusing on, wow, that feels good. I could feel like the energy or the tingling, right? From
Yeah.
activating my body, I think. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And that's something you can use for anything. It doesn't just have to be food. Anytime you're feeling anxious or stressed, it's a great little tool to just start doing that havening touch. And I really like singing along to songs. I don't like anyone to hear me when I sing along to the songs. I like to do that in private, but that's just such an easy, fun way to create a distraction. And it's great with kids too. So yeah, so just a recap on how to do like the steps of willingness. I'm going to double check my cheat sheet. It's easier with my glasses. So first is acknowledging the urge. And you can say like, there's the craving. I see you, right? Next is making space for it. So instead of fighting it, say, okay, I'm willing to feel this craving. I don't need to push it away or act on it. Number 3 is to get curious. and ask yourself, what am I really needing right now? And then 4 is to engage your senses. So then we're going to switch to get to that creative, kind side of our brain and engage our senses. And then we have choice at the end. So,
Wonderful.
all right.
Excellent.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for doing this with me. I really enjoyed it and getting to know you too. And I'm always here if you have any questions.
Thank you for leading
Awesome.
us.
Thank you so much, Jennifer.
Yeah. Thank you.